In our Something You Should Know About Metro Atlanta, we're going to talk about the 5 best natural hot springs in Georgia. Now, I've only been to one hot spring in Georgia, and that's Warm Springs. I didn't even know that there were others to go to. Warm Springs, not too far off of I-20, headed from here to Alabama, a little closer to the Alabama line than it is to Atlanta. And this spring was made famous by the former U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Those waters of Warm Springs, which come out at 88 degrees. He had polio, for those of you who aren't aware or have forgotten. And the temperature of the water, and I believe the mineral content of the water, was high enough that allowed him to be able to swim on his own in the pool. And so it was a treatment for his, he had polio and he had a paralyzed right leg. In fact, he walked with braces, and that's why they typically kept him behind a podium so you couldn't see that he was handicapped. Great, not too far from Callaway Gardens as well. So if you're staying at Callaway Gardens, maybe a visit to Warm Springs is right for you. Then we have Lifesey Springs. The next 3 are all located south to southwest of Atlanta, a little closer to Macon than they are to Atlanta. There must be something going on in the earth in that area, because that's where all the hot springs in Georgia are. But this spring emerges from loose soil in the low ground, and waters are contained in a concrete pool that I believe is 40 feet wide and like 130 feet long. The U.S. Geological Survey took measurements in 1935 and noted that the spring was discharging 83 gallons of water per minute. When the air temperature was 84 degrees Fahrenheit, the water temp in the pool registered 78.8 degrees. Not too far from Molina if you're looking for this. Then you have Thundering Spring. Georgia's Thundering Spring creates a pool of water that was once enclosed in a wooden framework for bathing. There's lots of water to play in. It's free to enter. Horace King, a freed slave and bridge builder, built this enduring structure in the 1840s, again in that same area. Zebulon, Molina, in that same area of Georgia. Number 4 is Baker Spring. As of 1935, the spring was enclosed in concrete walls, creating a 98-foot-long swimming pool. The U.S. Geological Survey recorded the water temp at 74.2 degrees. And then rounding out our list is Taylor Spring. Decades ago, an earthen embankment enclosed the water source, which drained into a 40-foot by 130-foot concrete swimming pool. That sounds like the measurements for the one that I gave. Maybe I was wrong. The water's at a temperature of 78 degrees, again, near Zebulon if you want to go see it. So we've got 5: Warm Springs, Lifesey Spring, Thundering Spring, Baker Spring, and Taylor Spring. All good places to visit.